Hello, testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3, and let's see here. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, Zishan. How are you doing? So I'm gonna quickly clear all chat so we can have all the messages coming in. Sorry about that. It's gonna be a bit of an experiment still today. How's it going, everyone? Let's see if I can see the chat again. Chat widget is here. Is it showing the right one? Yes, it is. All right, try your messages now. Can everyone hear me well on all platforms? Talha says, what's up, brother? I'm good. How are you? Talha, I don't see your messages. Why? Because I don't know. Maybe I cleared your message. How's it going, Talha? I'm going to try to see all the messages in all the dashboards. And hopefully we should be good. I'm also looking at the streaming because I'm still, as you know, I'm still figuring out how to do this the best way. Right now, I'm actually streaming to 4 different platforms. So, and actually even more. Okay, I don't see, why don't I see? Okay, let me see. I'm gonna quickly check something. What was it? Streaming, and then chat widget, and then featured, right? So we move that to here as well. We move it to coding live stream as well. Okay, so coding live stream shows that, so that's nice. Chatting does not show that, so now it should be good. So I can see Zishan's message. So Zishan says, I need your valuable suggestions for mine growth feature. Okay, what is the valuable suggestion that you see? Voice is okay today. Good to know. I'm currently looking into finalizing the projects that I started, and also to enable the community to do the same. That is, they can create their own projects on the community. They can also do other things as well. I don't still see Instagram messages. I don't know why that is. What will we learn today? Let me try to fix the Instagram message, guys. I don't know why that is. Broadcast was created. I need to figure out why can't I see Instagram messages. Activate source. Okay, I can see there is an issue. Okay, login with Facebook. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna quickly try to log in so I can see Instagram messages as well. Just bear with me with some minutes. Instagram, that's my Instagram, and this is the password. Hopefully I get logged in. Should be good. Check your notifications on another device. Let's see. Someone is trying to log in. Yes, that's me. It just gets the trust this device. It just gets the location wrong. It shows Sweden, but it doesn't show it correctly where the place is. So that's interesting. Okay, now I got a security key as well. Is this you? authentication app. Okay, so it's good that I had my two-factor authentication in there. Instagram. Okay, let's see. Ram says hi. Hi to you too. How is it going, Ram? Ram says hi. Hussein Chaudhary says, what are your best use case for OpenClaw? What are the best use cases? There are so many. I think one of the best could be a content creation engine. I have tried a bit with OpenClaw. I would probably not say that I am the best at it at the moment. But yes, it's not too bad. But there are many. I think you can create content creation engine. You can also do some other stuff as well. Ram says, sir, we meet in IB and also we have the same name, Ahsan, remember? I do remember. Why is your name RAM, Ramluck? Are you looking for Rams or what? I'm looking at, can some please send a message on Instagram? So let's test this out. I'm trying to see. Okay, so I can see my message now on Instagram. So anybody who sends a message on Instagram should appear here as well. Let's quickly also test Facebook. Allow cookies. And I don't want to do this every single time I go live, so we're gonna have to figure out a way of doing this nicely just once. Facebook. You can keep sending messages so I can validate that everything is working as it should. Okay. Can you explain the full anatomy of OpenClaw? OpenClaw is a product which allows you to spin up operating system level services. For example, your notifications, your reminders, your CLI, your softwares. For example, it can go into different windows. It can code for you. So all of those things is possible, and since it has the access to the terminal and all the commands, it can perform tasks on your behalf. That's like the most simple explanation of it, right? Now, it comes with a cost that OpenClaw has access to everything, so it has to be secure. So you have to go around with some tools and techniques. For example, using Tailgate or some other tools to block all the ports of your computer where OpenClaw is running, so nobody else can access it. I've done it myself now. So none of the other platforms has access to it anymore. Yes, that's me. Allow. Finish. Okay, we should be good. Trust this device. This is me indeed. And we have this here. View post. So let's try out the messages on different platforms. So it doesn't matter which platform you're looking from. Just try sending a message and we'll see if that works well. Mute window, mute the window, close. I cannot close some of the windows, which is interesting. What is this software doing to my PC? Okay, I think we're good now. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to show you what I'm working on. There's a new tool that I started looking into, and I have to stop doing this because it seems like I will have to see a couple of things here and there. No one here says your live on Insta is not working properly. What do you mean not working properly? You have to be a bit more explicit. What do you see, or what is not working properly? Because I can see the Instagram working fine. Let me try to hear myself. Okay, doing to my PC. I see myself perfectly fine on Instagram. So what do you mean when you say it's not working? Two and three is what I'm gonna switch for. 5, don't need it. Maybe I can close this guy from here. Okay, let's get rid of 5, and I'm gonna go to 6. Should create 5 here, go to 6 and move everything to 5. 5, 5, 5, 5. Good. Now I think it's good. Faizan Nadeem, why are you crying? I mean, it's buffering too much on Insta, so I came to YouTube. Is it so? How is it on Facebook? Is it bad on Facebook as well? It could be some settings with the streaming. I don't know. It could be. But if the vertical stream is not working well, then I think we should just stop it. If that makes sense. Well, anyways, let me show you what we have been working on. So this is what we are working on, and vertical scene. Bilal says it's working fine on what? It's working fine on Insta. It's not buffering. Okay, then we're good. No, it's not buffering. Good. Then we are good. Zishan says, Ahsan bhai, I need brief reply on it. Okay, what was the question? I wish to be a master in Node.js developer, but I'm really very upset due to my daily new AI updates, because many seniors developers, mostly tech CEOs, said that just do anything with Python AI mastering. It's stupid. Do you want me to show you an example? Just say yes, and I'll show you an example. I'll show you a really good example. So do you want me to show an example of why it's not just Python you need to learn, but also other things as well? By the way, let me quickly see why. Give me 1 second. Cursor should actually be the screen 1. And if I do this, interesting. That is something I did not really expect. Show cursor. The cursor itself that I have which should be this guy. Ah, okay. Screen 1 at 1918. Okay, but that should be, it should be fine. Why do I see this broken little? Aha, okay, makes sense. Now I think it's fine. It should actually be 0. The width should be 2560 and this should be 1399, right? Something like this. Now this is what I wanted to see. Okay, so yes, so let me show you something. To take effect unlocks, can't overlay, I can't. Okay, I'm trying to also see. No, then I have to fix something. Give me 1 second. Open selector. If I look at the filters here, it can be the whole, let's see, like this. So I can at least show you all the things. Okay, so there is a video, there's a video that I was editing and I can tell you a story. So I was trying to edit a video. I was trying to review a video. There's a Next.js video that is this one. So if I show it to you, in this one we go with Next.js fundamentals, setup, you know, all the nice things, so to say. And I'm working on this video, which was supposed to be 90 minutes long, and it's now it's now around 3 hours 30 minutes, right? So we go through a bunch of things, including a really nice application. Let me see if I can show it to you. And it's gonna be an amazing tutorial for those who follow it. You're gonna be baffled by what we built. Maybe even I think I can show you it from here. And this is like a early sneak preview. So it's called agent skills that we're going to build with Next.js, right? Then it allows you to have a dashboard where you can see all the agent skills you have created, maintain it, deploy it. So it's a full stack tutorial. We talk about a lot of things like client-side rendering, server-side rendering, blah, 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 dynamic routes. This is sort of the homepage of the application we are going to build. So it's going to be a lot of concepts covered, like loading screen, error, blah, blah, blah. And finally, you have an app that you can deploy as well. Now, the problem with this video, what happened was that I was reviewing this in the software that my video editor provided, and I reviewed this video up till 2.5 hours. So out of 3.5 hours, I edited it, or at least reviewed and then added comments to almost like 2.5 hours, which is a lot. And then what happened is the for some reason, the tool that we were using, it lost all my comments. The video became private, and now the 2.5 hours that I edited, it's just gone, right? So what I then came up with is an app of my own that I'm going to show you right now, which I'm building at the moment, that you can see on the screen as well. So here is where everything is happening at the moment. But if I did not develop apps myself, I would have no idea how to build this in the way it is right now. And trust me when I say this, when I started this application, the first iteration was just stupid. I can go back to a commit and show you how it looked before, and then how I went ahead and completely sort of revamped it to make it better in terms of user experience and also output. So I'm going to show the video to you, or the app to you in just a bit. Give me 1 second. That's not the one I wanted to show, so this is supposed to be the one. And I'm looking at the messages. Please guide me vibe coding with LLM. Faizan Akram. Faizan, go to CodewithAhsan.dev and then join the community, and then you can ask the same question. So join the community. The vibe coding that you're asking is not the only skill you need. You need to know software development. and then you can do vibe coding to actually get something that's production level, if that makes sense. Zishan says yes please. Okay, no one here says it's buffering too much on Insta, so I came to YouTube. Yeah. Nick for you says Arch. Yes, it's Arch, by the way. When are you going to publish the complete AI course with Angular? I don't have any plans for that at the moment, maybe in the future, but I'm currently working on this particular course, which is a Next.js in Next.js in not 90 minutes course. So hopefully once this is published, I want to rest a bit because I've been working too much in the past few months. So I want to take a break, but hopefully after that. So now, do we want to see the application? Please, can you explain message protocol of OpenClaw? When you say the message protocol, you're talking about how it connects with Instagram, Discord, and WhatsApp, etc., or what are you talking about? There are many ways to work with OpenClaw. There are many channels, so it's not one single message protocol. You have many channels that open through a gateway, and the gateway listens to those messages via different ports. That's per my understanding so far. All right, so let's have a look at the application that I was talking about. And let me quickly show you the app itself. I'm trying to figure out the best way to show it, because as they say, first impression is the last impression. So I don't want to go on a tangent. So let's see if I can open this correctly. 5 is here, maybe 6. Let's open 6. Let's go to 4. Let's move to 6. Let's open 4 here again. Wait, not here. Let's open 4 here, and we're gonna open a new tab here. So we take this guy out, and go here. We go to 4, and what was I supposed to do? Yeah, open the terminal. So let's go to this project that I created. It's called with reviewer, and let's do a Tori. So this is the project that I was just working on, and let me also open let's keep the message here. The one here says, no, I'm talking about what happens when a message enters into the system. The message, I don't know what you're asking about, to be honest. I'm really confused by the message. What do you mean by what happens when the message enters into the system? So you have different ports which are listening to messages. When the message comes in, the OpenClaw system is looking for or reacting to those messages. So we have different sessions which are initiated. So let's say you send a message to OpenClaw via Telegram. When you do that, there's a new session that gets created, and you can see those sessions. For example, let's have a look here. So for example, if I go to let's say here, and sorry, I'm going to close this for now, and let's say we open Tmux here, Tori, we open one here, and then we open, wait, let's do it like this. So in here, if I'm doing SSH Mac Mini, so this here is essentially my OpenClaw, if it can reach it. Let's see. Is it going to or no? It could be that my network is not connected or my bot is dead. That could also be the thing. Let me see. Where's my phone? Here. No, my bot is alive, but my connection is probably broken because I did disable and enable network in this case. Anyways, whenever you go to different channels, for example, even if you have different Discord channels, each channel is a session. And then when you have those sessions established, then OpenClaw is listening for messages to those channels. As soon as there's a message on those channels or one of those channels, or sorry, one of those sessions, session is the right term. So whenever you send a message via a Discord channel or Telegram message, it creates a session. Each session is then listening for those messages. So it has that thread opened up because it has a gateway. The gateway is listening to all those sessions, and as soon as there comes a message, then it listens to the message and acts accordingly. I think that's probably the easiest way to summarize it, if that makes sense. So yes, Faizan Akram, did you ask a question? Please guide me about why coding with LLM, and then said please. What do you need guidance with? What is your question? Imagine yourself going to like a mosque or a football ground, and you just go there and ask, please guide me. What do you expect the person in front to answer about it? So formulate your question a bit better. What do you need guidance with? When a user gives a command, that what process happens, what calls, what are loops running under hood. I don't think it's worth it that I explain to you in this particular video. I would say just go and do your research. What do you think is the most common misunderstanding between DevOps and development? The most common misunderstanding would be that it is actually development. When it comes to DevOps, DevOps covers more ground in terms of infrastructure, deployment, scaling, security, compliance, all of those things. When it comes to your actual, your actual code base, your data, what's coming in, what's going out, and especially around the infrastructure. And if you have big enterprises and companies which are having these systems that could just go on a rampage when it comes to Black Friday or events like this, and they need proper scaling, backups, all of those things, that is where DevOps is essentially used, or the people who are working in DevOps look after those kind of problems. When it comes to development, it's essentially you're developing a software, you're going through the usual software development cycle, and that's pretty much it. So, and that also includes a lot of things like unit testing, end-to-end testing. A DevOps person is not supposed to write your unit tests. They're not supposed to develop software. They're not supposed to write end-to-end tests, for example. They may, but they're not supposed to. They're supposed to configure the infrastructure, keep it running, maintain it, set up auto scaling, and all those kind of things. So I hope that makes sense. For different teams, I think I answered this. Please tell me about using AI for multiple real projects. I think I covered this in my last video. If you have not watched it, I would say go and watch my last reel or Facebook short that I have published. What it essentially covers is the same thing. So what we are talking about here is let me see if I can make it work. So the easiest way, in my personal humble opinion, would be to go to AI Studio and then make it work from there. So for example, let's say it's becoming a bit hard for me to manage all these windows. Let me think how can I do it the best way. Let's bring a window from here. So I'm gonna make it come from, this one was 3, this one was 2, come here maybe, and wrong key, it should be floating. So yeah, let's come here. So in here, if you go to ai.dev, which takes you to AI Studio, if you want to really use AI for multiple projects, you go to AI Studio. It's probably the easiest and free way. Go to API key, create a new API key, go here, select a project or create one if you have not already, right? And this is a cheat code I've shared so many times, but I think I can do it once more. But create an API key and then save it somewhere. Then what you can do is you can go to Firebase Genkit, and this is a project that you can use with any JavaScript or TypeScript project. So here this is the AI framework for full stack applications. So you can essentially go ahead here and look at the code right here. So if you have a backend that is a Node.js backend or a Go, Python, Dart, whatever it is, you essentially go here and you copy this. All you need to give here is your API key that you created from your AI Studio. Once you have your AI Studio key, you go here, you copy this code, and you now already have an AI working for you. You can send a message to AI, to Google Gemini, and receive information. Now, this is the only part which is AI. What you should think about more is the idea. People get hooked up too much into technology, stack, what tools do I use? They don't think about the ideas, what problems they are trying to solve. And I was showing to Zishan, and I think we drifted off somewhere else. Sorry, Zishan. But I wanted to show you what application I created to solve my problem that uses AI. So I'm going to demonstrate to you what it is, and we'll also see where we'll go from there. But I'm gonna move this guy a bit outside so I can bring it back when needed. Okay, so regarding some messages, Wakas says, hi, hello Wakas. Any advice for senior Angular developers? Keep learning Angular. There's so much in Angular that you should be learning. Like you have the server-side rendering as well in Angular. You have signals. You have whatnot. You have different tools that you could use for state management, for example, how to work with NGRX or NGRX signals, for example, how to do unit testing and end-to-end testing with Angular. You could also look into design systems in Angular, component libraries in Angular. You could look into the best practices for unit testing, as I mentioned before. You could also look into reusable components and things like we had this thing called, I think, Angular Dev Toolbar or something, NGX Dev Toolbar. Toolbar. I'm just going to search it because the thing is, for example, this one, it's such a simple idea, but nobody thought about it for years. For example, this one was launched, I don't know when was the first commit, but it has like 172 commits only. It's like a baby project, so to say. So 172 commits only, and this allows you to have a toolbar on top of your Angular application. And I don't know why they don't have an image here, but it would have been nice to have an image. Oh, here it is. So here you can see you have this dev toolbar, and this dev toolbar is now part of your application. Now you can create feature flags in your application, and when you're developing, you just go there and you toggle these features, and instantly your application starts reacting to that. How cool of an idea of this is. So there are so many things that you could do with Angular, and it's not the end of the world, even if it's AI. And you can also create a lot of useful projects for others that they can use as well. So I hope this answers some of the questions, right? Okay, I'm looking at the messages quickly, and then I'm going to show you the app I'm building. I would only use AI for asking questions and templates rather than a solution, Chris says. Chris, I would probably go a bit beyond that. I would let AI code today, but the things that I already know how to do, and if I don't know what it's coding, then I'm going to ask it to explain everything. Create diagrams for me, explain what it has done, ensure that it has unit tests and end-to-end tests ready, do user acceptance testing. All of those things I would do with AI. if there's something that I absolutely don't know, I'm going to study about that. I'm going to read books about it, watch videos, try it out myself. But I think AI is at a point right now that is much easier to work with, to be honest. So I hope that makes sense. Zishan is thinking, I don't find a single video that explains what is working under the hood. Um, I don't know. I mean, it depends on, do you really want to know why, or how it works under the hood? If you really want to do that, let me give you the best advice of how to understand what happens in OpenClaw and how does it work. You clone OpenClaw repository. You go and open this project that you have just cloned, because OpenClaw is open source, right? So you go clone the repository, you open Gemini CLI, or you open Cloud Code, whatever tool you're using, like this one. For example, I'm using Cloud Code here, but you have Google Gemini CLI as well. Whatever you open your project with, ask that. So you don't need a video to explain it to you. Ask your AI to go into the product, explain the product to you, create diagrams for more explanations and whatnot. I think that's something you could do. So I hope that makes sense. Let's see. Related to AI learning etc, Bilal was asking, okay, Bilal, I think you can still learn a lot with AI and Angular. I'm creating a lot of products with Angular already and AI. Please tell me about the future for AI. AI. What is this? AI Abdut for dial new for AI for Fazan. I don't know. I don't know what you're saying. You have to write English or something. Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Rudra. Hello to you too. Is there any benefit of using DuckDuckGo? Less ads, I would say. Hello, sir. What is the reason you're using DuckDuckGo browser? Less ads. Hello, sir. Hello, sir. So many spam messages. Is DSA required for senior Angular developers? Depends on where you're applying. If you're applying to a company that looks a lot into core development and it's not just changing some UI, changing some colors of the buttons, etc., then maybe yes, it's important. I'm Shahbaza says about the future of AI, about for Dale Newer. I don't know. There was a lot of things that I did not understand. No one here says yes, because I'm making AI workspace, but I don't find a video tutorials best for understanding. Then you just do what I said. Clone the repository, open Cloud Code or Gemini CLI and ask it to explain to you. Legit Alpha says Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Hope you're doing well, brother. Okay, I'm gonna what do we do with this guy? How do we make it? No. I don't want to close it, but I don't want to keep it as well. You know what I mean? Maybe I can move it to this side and bring it back when I want. That's fine. Okay, let's see. So, okay, enough chit chat. I'm gonna show you the application that I was working on. So this is the app. And if I can quickly show you, I'm gonna take this guy to 2. So yes, this is a video that I'm reviewing. This is my Cloud Code, and this is the app that I've built. So I was telling you a situation where I was trying to review a video of 3.5 hours. I reviewed 2.5 hours, and then we lost the video on the platform and all my comments. So I used AI to come up with an app, and you tell me in the chat if you think this is a good application or not. Okay, are we ready? So this is the whole idea. The product is that you can open this app, and it doesn't matter what you want to take or give feedback on, you can give feedback with this application. I'm going to show you how it looks. Let me see if I can do it like this. So this is the application. I can create multiple projects, but I don't want to go too much into the technical side, but rather I would go into the important parts. So here, let's say I'm reviewing this video. I can open this project, which opens this overlay. And this is the overlay that you see. Now, this is my actual use case or app. I can close this, no problem. Now, this window that I have allows me to give feedback on this video. Okay. So let's say I wanted to say at this particular timestamp that something is not right, or let's say my video editor tried to edit this but forgot something or missed something. Let's see, there was something that came up. Let's say we had this issue where you had to, I'm trying to find a good example. Let's say we had this particular screen. Now I want to give feedback on the editing that my video editor has done, to say they should have blurred this particular part, skill content. If that's something that I want to do, what I can do here is I can go here, I can click this button, and I can now lock on to this particular window. So this window has a title that is Next.js MP4. Okay, you cannot see it, but it's right there at the top. So I'm gonna click this. I'm gonna go and lock to Next.js MP4, which is this right here. And now I'm locked with my window. I'm gonna now try to zoom in a bit so everybody can see that. So this is the application, right? So here at the top, you can see I'm locked on a particular window, and my camera just died. Let me quickly fix that. And now what I can do is I can go ahead and take a screenshot. As soon as I go here and I click this this button, you'll see that now I have a screenshot of only this window. So here you can see the screenshot, and you also see here something interesting, that is the timestamp. So here it automatically from the screenshot sees here that we have a timestamp of 32 minutes 55 seconds. So it auto populates the timestamp, and now I can add my feedback right here. I can also say the issue and the feedback that I have right now. What's the severity? Is it none? Is it critical? Is it major? Is it minor? Is it a suggestion? Whatever. So let's say we say this is a major problem, and we have an issue where this particular content should have been blurred. If that's the case, then I would go ahead and annotate that. So I can click this guy, and I'm not sure the people who are watching on the landscape mode how much you can see, but I'm going to try to zoom in a bit. So here you can see that we can annotate this. I can click this, and now I have the possibility to annotate this. So I can go here and say something like this. This part should have been whatever that is, and I can say done. And now here I can go and give my feedback. So I could type my changes, but that's not cool. So what I can do is I can actually record what I want to say here. So I'm going to click this button, and let's see if I can make everything work. So let's see if I did not mess up anything. So right at the demo time, huh? Let's see. This was the no comment. Interesting. So let me try then on a new one. Add feedback. Nope, this feature is absolutely broken and I will have to fix it. But then let's try out the new thing, or the other way around. So I'm going to delete this, and let's see if I can make it work from here. No, I think the whole feature is broken. So we'll fix it. But the application essentially goes ahead with allowing me to also record the video. So let's see. I think the problem is it's not Aha, the problem is it doesn't have a microphone picked. And why is that? That's interesting. I can't see my microphone here at the moment. So let's try this again. I'm gonna open. Aha, here I can see all the errors. So where is my Shure MV7? It's not there. So let's try this again. Maybe I messed up my cable or something. Let's go back to 2 here. And I'm gonna go and open this. And I'm gonna go here. Let's try to add a new comment. And I see here that that I don't still see my Shure MV7. Why is that? I don't know if I messed up anything related to the code or what happened. Because these don't show my microphone at all. It could be that my microphone is right now hooked up to my OBS and that's why it's not firing it. But let's try it out now that we are talking about it. So let's see. Also, before that, we have the microphone not working at the moment, and we have to go through the whole user testing anyways. So we'll see. Give me 1 second. I'm going to be right back. Okay, so we'll see. We'll see why the issue is. Let's see the messages in the meantime. Which companies hire? A lot of companies do. What do you mean? I'm a 5th semester university student. Muz Usman says they have only taught C++ in university and the class keeps choosing random subjects. UMTCL code. Confused as hell. Can you help out? First step. 5th semester university student. It depends on what you want to do. Are you looking for just any job or are you looking into something else? Or what kind of jobs are you looking for? Are you looking for becoming a front-end developer, a back-end developer, anything at all, AI developer, if that's a thing? So what is it? Faizan Akram says, how want to find news about AI, artificial intelligence, future changes and its website? I think what you could do is just go and follow some people on Twitter and have your Twitter application and then just turn the notifications on whenever they talk about something new, because there are influencers, video content creators that talk about these new changes all the time. So you don't have to figure out news yourself. Just follow those people and see if everything that they are sharing aligns with what you want to do or want to learn about, and if not, then just follow someone else. Or you can create your own pipeline with OpenClaw or something like that. I need getting your valuable suggestion. What's the question? Nick for you says, can we go a little bit faster? I'm trying, but if you want the faster thing, I would say wait for a video. Live streams usually are like this. Let's see. Arctic Nova Pro. We can try out with the other one then. Give me 1 second. Let's see. So we open next in 90, which is right here. We open this guy. We don't see Shure, but we can see Arctic Nova Pro Wireless. So let's try out with this one and see if it looks good. So we take a screenshot. And here you can see the recording being started. So I'm gonna move it here so you can see. So this is the recording happening right now. And whatever I'm saying should go in this. And when I stop, whatever I've said should be in this. So if I stop it now, Now it says could not transcribe audio, which means it could not find it. And why is that? Because I am muted. So it could not find it, of course. So we try this again. Yes, for the screenshot that we see right now, we should have just blurred the skill content. So it should have looked like it's blurred. So the video editor, mister, you probably missed it. And then we stop it. And it could not transcribe audio again. So why is that? So it did load the model GGML base EN recording at this. Let me see if we have anything here. So we do have the screenshots coming in nicely. Hello, testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. Nope. So here you can see here it says cannot open device, right? So even though we do have the voice here, the whisper processing is failing at this moment. We'll debug this and see why that is. But I did want to see is still why is my microphone not working. So let's see. I want to check with the other things as well. So we open, let's say, design review. I want to check on non-next 60 windows as well. So we take a screenshot from here, or we start with a normal, or we lock something. Let's say we lock to the next in 90 minutes. Next.js in 90 minutes. There we have it. Test 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Nope, it's gonna be the same thing. The transcription essentially is having the issue. Okay, so let's try to fix it instead of guessing it, because I think we can do better than this. So let's see. I'm gonna take some logs from here and let's take it to widget log button size. That's a different thing. We prioritize the mic issue first. See the logs. I think it probably broke when we were fixing the autosave feature. Have a look at that commit as well. So two issues. Two issues. One, Shure MV7 isn't visible. Visible, my OBS is using it, so it should be. And the second thing that we have is the transcription is failing. I tried a different microphone and it did start recording but could not transcribe. Right, I also want to do this once more so we do see the results as well. So where is my window? And you'll also see that I can toggle, or maybe you can't see it, but I can essentially have the toggle, or sorry, the overlay toggled anytime I want. So hello, test 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So could not try to transcribe it. Now I'm gonna go to the logs here, and we do have this right here. So let's see, and I can share it right here. So we'll see what happens here. But let's say even if the audio is not working at the moment, if I am in a particular project, I can take a screenshot anytime of any particular window and I can comment on it. So here is the screenshot. I could say this doesn't really work. And if I go here, I can save this. Now this is saved. I can also tag some information here. I can say this is, for example, when it comes to severity, it's a major issue. And that's pretty much it. We save it, we go back to the list, and we see this. Now you could have multiple feedbacks coming in, and you can also download finally a JSON out of it. I could have an audio recording for this. I could have simply a screenshot of this. And that's pretty much it. And I can manage different projects around this. For example, this is the window, or let's actually go to here, and I can show you the home window here, which is this. So I can manage all my projects right here. Some of them could be video reviews, some of them could be just design, because when you create a new project, if I can show you, it gives you a bunch of options, like it's a video review, design review, website QA, general, and it gets the timestamps only on the video review. So that's also something that I recently implemented. But regardless, let's have a look at what this figures out. I'm pretty sure it's something related to Hyperland, or as I also sneaked a bit or peeked a bit here, that we did have the pipe wire audio causing the issue. So we'll see what happens then. But let's have a look at the chat. Bilal says, I thought it was only me facing that situation with the demo. The live demo is not working? No, you're not alone. We have everyone. Use any other mic? Nope. Where are you from? I'm originally from Pakistan, but I'm right now in Sweden, in Stockholm. By the way, what are you using for vibe coding? I'm using a bunch of different things. I do have Cloud Code. I do have a Gemini CLI subscription. I have anti-gravity as well. So a couple of things here and there. Muhammad Ali Akmal says, Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I wish to become Node.js developer, but I'm really very upset due to daily new AI updates, because many seniors developer, mostly tech CEOs, said it's just do anything with AI, Python mastering. Zishan, don't listen to those. I think that's the least I can say. We have philosophers like these people who think they know everything about where the future is going, but it's all just speculation. Nobody knows. So what we can do at best is we can try to learn these things as they are coming in, and we always have to adopt to what kind of jobs are available. So you cannot just say, okay, just learn this or that because it's cool or it's a new shiny thing. If you don't have jobs available for that, and you want a job to actually sustain, and you have to earn money and live a life, have an earning, then you should look into what kind of jobs are available. Or Kia Dev says, I have a quite good skill in development, but I don't know how to represent my skills to interviewers. Then you have to practice it. If you think you lack at some skill, all you have to do is then just to practice it. So open a FaceTime video or some recording tool. Try to assume that you're giving an interview, record it, see it yourself how it looks like. Or even better, what you can do is that when you have recorded a video, you can essentially go to AI Studio and you can chat with it to give it the video and say, evaluate how I did in terms of speaking, or where do I lack, etc., etc. So here you can say, evaluate my video for interview preparation, right? And when you open it, you can just click this plus button, add your video, and Gemini Flash is really good because it has like a 1 million token window. So here you can see somewhere, I can't now even remember, but essentially you have that's Nano Banana Pro. Here you have the Flash preview. So this has a 1 million token window, I think. If not, then the Gemini 3.1 essentially has it. So use any of these to evaluate your video and then take it from there. So I hope that makes sense. Moiz Usman says, interested in mobile development. They taught a mobile development course, but did not even cover the basics correctly. Where can I start? Would be appreciative. Any kind of helpful advice, really. With a smiley. So Muiz, it depends on a lot of things. See, if you can develop a project in one way, it's very likely that you can develop the project in another way. And why I'm saying that is that if you can develop a web application that does something, let's say it makes an API call, let's say Facebook photo gallery, right? So if you have the experience of building a Facebook gallery or something like Facebook gallery, that it makes an API call, brings in back the data, populates the gallery, allows people to like or comment on that. Let's say a really simple example, which could take someone to build, let's say a week, right? With AI, you can do it faster, of course. But if you had to do it yourself, you would take probably a week to develop this feature where you have a front end, makes an API call, brings in back data, shows those images, especially if there's a database involved. That's why I'm saying 1 week. Then if you can do that with a web application, you can also do that in a mobile application, because the concept would still be the same. You have a front end, you have a back end, you have API calls, you have these HTTP methods like get, post, patch, delete. You have a database. The database has tables, it has columns, and then you are doing queries to get the data, to post the data, to update, patch it. The same concept can be applied to mobile as well. So what your goal should be as a university student is to build something that incorporates these concepts. And once you have done that as a web application, you can easily take that same concept into a mobile application. The syntax would be just a bit different, as I mentioned. So I hope that answers the question. Which is the one that you are currently using? I'm using Cloud Code at the moment. Which OS am I currently using? It's Linux, Arch Linux. It's Glazewin with acrylic terminal. No, it's not. It's Kitty as the terminal. Your application UI is amazing. Thank you. Thank you. I did not do much, but I did instruct my AI tools to work in the right way. Which model is the best for coding? There's no best model. Every model has its strengths and weaknesses. I find Gemini CLI, GPT 5.3 and also Cloud Code competing quite like hand to hand. Moiz Usman says, I also freelance. Good for you. As a video editor, but I want to be oriented more towards the software, building niche. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Macho Man says, brother loves freedom. I use Arch, by the way. Yay, let's go. Yes. Does vibe coding weaken core coding development skills? If you do it blindly, then yes. If you are learning along the way, then no. Okay, so what was the issue? So root cause, CPL's ELSA backend does not work properly with Pipewire, and Pipewire is exactly the same thing that is being used in my Arch Linux for both the video that you see here, like my camera, also the screen is being used with Pipewire, and the audio as well. So devices are missing audio, silent audio. Replace CPL with PW record, PACTL for audio recording on Linux. So only on Linux, okay? So device listing, voice RS use now PACTL, FJSON list resources to enumerate Pipewire input. So that means we should be able to see now some my microphone settings. So let's see if we can see it now. So if I now go ahead, open this now. Yay, let's go. So you see the Shure MV7 right here. So the AI does its things well. Thank you. Thank you for not hallucinating today. But I also want to record and test as well. But before that, let's see. What did we get more? Friendly names falls back to CPL if PACTL is unavailable. Good. Recording now uses PW record format F32 rate 16,000 and the channels is 1. I'm wondering if the channel 1 is mono or stereo. I don't know. We'll see. To record to a temporary wave file stopped via SIG-INT and then the wave is read with Hound. Okay. The front end voice service CS voice store and overlay panel updated to handle ID name device objects instead of plain strings. Okay. Display shows friendly names like Shure MV47 mono. IDs are PACTL source name for PW records target. Okay, so let's try the recording now. So I'm gonna log to the Nest.js1 or Next.js1, and now let's start the recording. All right, so in this particular snapshot, you did not blur the skill content part, so you should have blurred the skill content part, and of course then it shouldn't be there. So let's just see if this message reaches you well. So I stop it, it's transcribing now, as you can see, and hey, let's go. So you see here, now we have the whole comment in here. So this particular snapshot, you did not blur the scale content part. I did say skill content part, but maybe it's just me who's not a native English speaker. So this has to be skill content part. So you should have blurred the skill content part. And of course, this then it shouldn't be there. So just see if this message reaches you well. I'm going to save this now, go back to the list, and there you go. So we do have this here now. And let's do a major in this one, save this, and now we have a major one. I could also have just said it's critical. So it's like this, and I think this is much nicer. What do we think? Is this good? Do you think it's useful? And I also think there should be some criteria that it picks up the selected one and moves it to the top, so I don't have to even scroll for that. So let's see, move the selected microphone, if any, to the top. Or I don't think if any should be there, because there should always be a selected one to the top, and there should always be something picked or something selected as default. So we fix that, and then we do continue with the UAT or user testing. Moses says, sorry for the weird question. I'm just a messy and confused guy, lol. No problem at all. No problem at all. I want to quickly resize this to see what was the last question. Yes, so I think I explained it well. If you are someone who does not have any idea how to code, or how to code with a real framework, or how to develop applications, I would suggest you to look into this course. And I created just recently a coupon for Ramadan as well. I'm assuming you do know Urdu/Hindi. So this is a course that I developed in Urdu/Hindi, which is the language of the subcontinent, so to say. So this is my React JS full course in Hindi/Urdu. We have 370 students, 63 ratings, and 4.5 stars, which means that, if I may be so humble, people love this course. So you can essentially get this. This is right now, and Udemy usually controls the pricing. So this is $19.99. I think you can also sometimes get it for $12. But I created a coupon code, which if you use, you get, I don't know, you get something around a 50% discount here. And if I remember correctly, donate and close. No, can we just close? What happened there? I want to go back. Here it takes the email. Where do I put the coupon? Okay, anyways. So let me try to go to coupon code. So here the coupon code was CWA Ramadan, if I remember correctly, 2026. Let's see if that's the one. Definitely not the one. So let's see if I can figure it out from Discord, because I posted it there. CodewithAhsan. And by the way, if you have not joined the community, you can do it now. We have, I think, somewhat around 4,500 people here, and all are developing, coding, or most of them are. And where do I find the chit chat here? And this is the one. It is exactly the same thing. So when you go with this one, you get around 9.99, and so it's like 50% off. So I'm gonna share this in the chat, and hopefully you can see that. Thank you so much, though. No problem at all. Do companies allow employees these days to use AI for development? Yes, they do. The company I'm working with right now, or working at right now, it has a dedicated subscription for GitHub Copilot and also OpenAI. Macho Man says, I attended your GDG Lahore event. You are very funny guy. God bless. Jazakallah khair. Sir, can you 1C NPM package Polin transmit? No, I cannot. Why would I go to a random plugin on the internet? Sir, I just started watching stream from today. Can I join? Is there any prerequisite? Sheikh Uzair Raza says, there's no prerequisite for joining the community. You go to CodewithAhsan.dev and then you can join the community, and it's a free community. There are a lot of seniors there, a lot of juniors there, and you can find people to work with, inshallah. Okay, so I fixed one thing just now, and that is the selected one should be at the top. Now you can see it's at the top. It also says microphone here, so that's good. Which one was the one that I needed to delete? So this guy. So I delete that. There was one thing that I had in mind, and now I can't think about it. We have the audio fixed. That's good. I wanted to also try this one. So let's see if I can make this one work. So, oh, but I don't have this one being shown in the list now. It's because I don't have it here at all. So let's see. Now I can hear it. Okay, so I think it does it only once when I open it. So let's also fix that as well. So always something selected on mount restores the saved device if it exists, blah, blah, blah. Select device at the top. The picker sorts out currently the device at the top. Okay. Whenever the chevron of the microphone is clicked, refetch the devices, as there may have been changes. So we fix that as well, and then we go to the UAT, and then we continue from there. Bilal says, not really helpful. We should come up with really good real life solutions. Are you talking about the project that it's not good, or what are you talking about? Are you talking about my project that it's a not real life solution, or did I miss something? So in this case we do have, okay, so we do have the list coming in. So now if I click here, I still see Shure, this audio controller, Brio, game capture, but not really this one, Octis Nova Pro. Okay, I don't see my Octis wireless there. Non pipewire one, or what? Or I also can show it the audio here and show it here to say, okay, see these here as well. Analog stereo, but let's actually try this and see what happens, because this one is not showing that, but here I can see from here we do have all these monitor, Shure MV7, but I don't see the Octis Nova Pro here. It could be because of the software at all, that I don't have this in my system because I never tested this one. But let it try and we'll see what happens. System default microphone option gone. Yes, I think that's probably because it's gonna be one of those, but good point. We should probably bring it back. Okay, there it is. The active profile is output analog stereo, output only, no input. The mic capable profile is this one. Pipewire needs a profile switch to expose the mic as an input source. Okay. So this is a Pipewire profile configuration issue. The Octis is set to output only mode. You'd switch it with this. Okay. This is the same as going to sound settings, POV, genome, KD settings, and changing the Octis profile to analog stereo output and mono input. It's not showing in the loop because Pipewire has not created an input source node for it. The current profile does not include one. Want me to add automatic profile switching in the app when headset is selected, or is this something you'd rather manage in the system settings? I think this should be automatic. This should be automatic. Also, we don't have system default anymore. I think we should have it. So I think we should have it. What's your opinion about Anassess Junior for CS market, and AI will replace junior role or not? And if someone graduation in the 2028, so is it a good start and market value? I don't think AI is going to replace junior developers. I think people who use AI, they will replace junior developers for sure. So the key thing here would be to just start using AI. Start using AI, but don't just think that just learning the AI tools will give you the jobs. In order to actually make something that's production ready, you have to understand software development. You have to understand the core concepts. Without it, you cannot do it. If that makes sense. Anas says, I think this is a recorded lecture. What do you mean by that? It's not a recorded lecture. What? We have so many philosophers here. My vibe coded website is not live yet, says I'm Shahbaz. I'm working on that. It's not promotion. I just wanted to check my work, please. Ahsan bhai, I'm building on Livable. Check my app at. I don't see your link, and I would probably not go do that during live stream. But you can send it to me on Discord. I can check it there. Why not Windows? I don't like Microsoft. Is probably the simplest answer. Why not Windows? Because we won't get these mic issues on Windows. No, but we then would have the fun to understand why. So don't you remember that meme? I don't want peace. I want problems always. So that's where I'm coming from. Here we have it. And we open this guy. We see the system default. That's good. We see Shure MV. That's good. It comes up. We have game capture. That's also coming up. So everything is sorted and the system default remains the top. I think I like this particular approach. We're good with that. Hide the environment variables here. I'm going to save this. Good. The save button hides for some weird reason, right? I don't think it should do that. Also, we have a problem where we do have also we have a problem where we do have the action. Some of them are on the right side, some of them are on the left side, so it's a bit weird. Hello, testing 1 2 3. I'm recording something and I'm gonna see if this ends up in the message. So we have the transcribing happening and we should have it here. So hello, it's been 1 2 3. I'm recording it. Okay, good. So I'm going to save this, and I also want to see, because all the actions are here on the right side. I think the actions should be on the right side. So let's quickly prompt it to do that. So in the feedback expanded view, the actions should be on the right side. So we do have, for example, like delete, save, etc. And here we can also say as the record append is on the right as well, right? So we do have this in this regard, and then I can also yeah, and the save button hides in some cases. Let's keep it there always, and that is under the text area. Sheikh Uzair Raza says, "Sir, what are these streams for? Can you describe them in a nutshell?" It's just for me to connect with you folks, and I can answer questions that you're asking like this right now. And I'm also trying to build in public, so I can talk about what I'm building because I enjoy this, and we can discuss about different topics as well. And I can gather feedback from you if what I'm building is correct or not. If you have any opinions, etc. For example, someone gave a good opinion about putting the system default back in. So this is my idea. So instead of doing it alone in my room, I'm connecting with you folks. Bilal says, "Can you please confirm latest comments show up on the top in your application?" The latest comments, I don't think they do, but in some cases I've noticed that sometimes they do. But we are going to confirm that. But I don't want this to be the case, because the reason is, if someone is giving feedback in my app, then it should always essentially go, what do you call it? Sorry, I lost my train of thoughts. So when someone is going through the feedback, they can go from top to bottom, especially in a video format. So this should be the first comment in the video, this should be the second, this should be the third, right? So that's what I'm currently talking about. So I'm gonna remove this, and my camera just died. Nick says, I also used to work and learn on Fedora and Arch when I was studying, but now I have installed Windows to play games. I miss those Linux days. Okay. Yeah. There was a point when I just started not liking Windows, and I was like, let's try Linux, and I think I've been enjoying it quite a lot. Okay, so let's quickly confirm this. So confirm the order of the feedback items. They should be sorted in by ascending order of time created, right? So this is what we want to do. And yes, right? There was another thing that I had in mind. Yes. Also, we don't show the project name in the overlay, which makes it a bit confusing. Let's add that and show if the window is wide enough, right? I think I think that's what we should do. Maybe in the center. Then we continue with the UAT. So there was one thing that I was implementing that was a bit a tiny widget, but I think I'm not gonna use it for now. We'll see how that goes. Ashdar Kareem says hi, hello to you too, Ashdar. How's it going? So we'll see. And I also wanted to build something that's really quick, maybe maybe a web app that reads these messages, so I can share that with my video editor. Do you think we should do that right now on the next stream? The project name is already passed but unused. Okay, so let's use it. Okay, so here we see now the project name, so that's good. But what if I don't think we have a possibility of changing the project name and type. I don't think we have that. But let's also test one thing. The TS warning is stale, blah blah blah. I want to check a new screenshot. So let's say if I expand this a bit, right, and add a new one. Please hide the skill content or the code of the AI agent skill because it should have been blurred. Okay, so we do have this generating or being added at the top. You see here? So when we record, it seems like it sends it to the top for some weird reason. So we do have it right here. I'm gonna delete it and confirm it. So when we start, oi, what happened? Okay, I took a screenshot and it's gone now. Okay, let me quickly say when we start a feedback with just recording, or let's actually try this again. I'm gonna record this quickly. All right, so this has the latest comment, but it should have been created at the top or something, I think, or let's see. So here it says no comment, but it goes above, right? So this is not accurate. With just recording, it shows up at the bottom, but after transcribing goes at the top. So that was the specific use case. So it starts fine, but then once the transcription is finished, it goes to the top. Aha, okay. It is because we have timestamp in there, that's why it shows that at the top. Interesting. But this is a really interesting move. I think we should have the possibility for filtering by timestamps in a video project. I would say maybe this is a feature that we can add later. I don't think we have to do it right now. Bruce Shoddy says, brother, what are non-coding fields? I mean, not heavy coding required, so I can build skills in that not coding field. You can become a test automation engineer. It's not too much coding in there. You can also become a web designer. You could also become a marketing specialist or business analyst, business strategist. There are so many other fields as well. Siddharth says, which main tech skills are you working on currently? I'm working on a lot of AI skills, so to say, learning about MCPs, AI agent skills, keeping up with different techniques and tools usage, learning about prompt engineering, context engineering, learning about different SDKs. There are a lot of things. Learning also about CLIs or terminals. So those are my current focus at the moment. What is the future of software engineering undergraduates? I'm gonna graduate in 2027. So what skills should we learn for near future? Please guide. Learn how to develop software, read good books, and also try to get equipped with AI tools. So that's what I would say. Mika Alberti, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it. Is there a way your video editor confirms that he or she has done this particular modification, you ask, through app? That's going to be the web application, not this app, I think. So I think this app is for me for now. My video editor will see a web application with all the comments, and then he can say, "Poop, I've done this one," and then send me a new video, and then I can go through my comments and validate if this is done or not. Okay, I think we can have a filter that allows, but I think when it comes to filtering, I think I would just say let's add this for future. So let's add this for future phases to have filter and search when we would want to filter by timestamp. Sorry, not filter by timestamp, but sort by timestamp and search by messages, right? So we'll do that in the future. For now, I want to see all my comments. So here we had one. I don't know why there is not a timestamp here. I do think we added that, but let's actually try this. So this one has a timestamp, right? What happens if I close and start the app again? Would this timestamp be gone or not? Let's see. So I'm starting my app again. This is the one. And if I move it here, open it, no, the timestamp is here. So I don't know why we don't have any of those there. Okay. Let's see. Maybe we should add. Okay, so it added in the backlog, so we do have that there. For the timestamp, allow generating it from the screenshot again, or allow regenerating it. Maybe a control beside it, right? Because the thing is, I don't have a timestamp in here, and I want to just click a button and then see the timestamp from the video. And the really nice part here is that I'm using the Google Gemini Flash 3.0 for getting the timestamp. So I send it the image and then it sends me back the timestamp. Okay, let's see. The extraction logic is duplicated across overlay panel, overlay window. I'll add a on re-extract timestamp called okay on save pattern. Now add a restack button next to the timestamp label. I need to add a refresh CW. Okay. So let's see if we can get a timestamp button right here. That way we'll have the timestamp being generated nicely as well. Skynet Lab says, lovely bro, keep going. Any tips for me as I'm also going live for the same scenario? Any tips? Do you mean for live streaming? I would say it's a bit hard. I think I've learned to not expect too much from the audience. So even if nobody is watching, I'm still streaming and I'm creating content, and I like what I do. So I would say just keeping the hopes low and your efforts high is the key. I think I'm not an expert at this, but yes. Okay, so let's see the timestamp here. So hide the API key. So this is important, but yeah, if I now see, so here is the button with the timestamp. So if I re-click this, extracting, as you can see right here, and now we should have a timestamp. Yay, let's go. So here is the timestamp, as you can see. So nice work by Gemini, I would say. and I can regenerate the timestamp as well. But anyways, so I think this is good enough. Let's quickly look at other things. Muhammad Ahsan Malik says hello. Hello to you too, Ahsan. How's it going? Okay, so let's move quickly towards let's continue with UAT. So we're gonna do the user acceptance testing and quickly quickly test the other things. Okay. We have 4 open issues, test 10 and F fixes code, but test this as 12.3 also have. Okay, so how do we test this? So toggle the widget from the tray. Does the lock button now toggle lock and unlock? So if I lock to a particular window, let's say I go here, lock to next here, and then I open the widget. The widget is not nice. So this is the widget, right? You see, in my Arch Linux, it looks like this, which is a bit weird. I think I would just go ahead and say let's remove the widget for now. I don't think we need it because it becomes a bit complex. There are so many use cases regarding this. So for example, what happens if I've not selected, I open the app, I don't select a project, I click this, like take a screenshot. Which project does it go to? So there's so many use cases which I think is not worth testing right now. So I'm gonna leave it for now. Let's see. So the widget, I don't think we should test it. Project context visibility. Open the overlay panel. Project name should show the center of the title bar. Yes, it does. But it shows the locked version or the lock. Okay. Now we have 2 things competing for this. Maybe we should have the title right here above the list. I don't know. Let's add that information. So here is the title, and then if I have a window logged in, then we have this guy right here. So test 13. Okay, test 10. We are deferring the widget for now. I would say completely disable it. Disable it, as we will work on this later in a future milestone phase. Then we can also say test 13 works, but we have now, I would say, the title, the project title, and locked window competing for the center place. I would say maybe, I think so. Here we have like a lot of space at the bottom, right? Maybe we can just move the title right here. It could be the case. Nick says good night to you too. What's your feedback on this? Yeah, live streaming, awesome. I know not gonna expect too much audience, but I would say that instead of creating a full video offline, the edit and then upload, instead of that, I want to go live. Instead of creating a full video offline, then edit, then upload, instead of that, I want to go live. Yeah, I agree. I mean, it depends. Live stream has a different use case. Like in live stream, what I like about live stream is exactly that. I don't have to edit the whole video. I don't have to be perfect. I can make mistakes. I can fumble, I can say words which are not correct. But when it comes to actual live video, you have to be bang on. You have to be really accurate with every single thing. You have to keep the video engaging. You cannot have, these filler words, etc. So I like this approach, at least that we have the possibility of to be ourselves, so to say. I'm going to toggle the widget. So okay, maybe what I was saying was, did I take a screenshot of this or no? So take the screenshot. Maybe instead of the big add feedback button, we can I don't know. I also think, should it be that we have this button right here which is capture, and then we have this recording here. We can show the title there, and instead of add feedback, we can or I don't know, this one and this one exactly does the same. So if I take add feedback, you can see that it opens a new one, right? And then I can take it from there. I can also see the timestamp here as well. So I can remove this guy, or if I go and click this, it exactly does the same, right? So I'm now extracting the time stamp here as well. So I don't know. I think it's the same thing. So I don't know what we want to do here. So we can maybe use the camera icon below, or I don't know. We can perhaps use the camera icon, or we remove the camera icon from top, make the add feedback with camera icon a bit small, and show the project name at the bottom. At the bottoms? No, just bottom. Is there a way system auto highlight that particular part? Is there a way system auto highlights that particular part? I ask for modification by reading comment. That's a good part. That could be a nice little feature. I thought about it, but it's if you're asking if it's possible, yes, it is. Should we do it? Not sure, to be honest. In the screenshot, yeah, I understood your point. Do lead codes live. You do it. Why should I do lead code live? Lovely man, thanks. No problem. Thank you for joining in. Smash the like button if you have not already. That really helps everything related to the channels and growth. Now I need to check how project name is received. Okay, yeah, you do you. I'm gonna close this. I'm gonna come here. I'm gonna wait. We're in the middle of something, looks like. Now close the extra div and remove the old closing. I need to fix the nesting. Yeah, please do. There we go. I don't think I like it, to be honest. What is this? This should be in one single line. I don't like it. So the thing is, if you just do vibe coding, you won't have any idea like, what is this good, not good, like what's happening here. So the sense of UX comes by developing multiple application. But this is bad. We should have one row in the footer. I would say move the add feedback just besides the record button, and the title snapped to the left as it is now. Okay, do I have the toggle widget gone? Okay, so we don't have any widget. That's nice. Oh, okay guys, I'm gonna set this limit to be 20 more minutes, and then I'm gonna go off the stream. So this is much better. We have now the title, we have add, we have record. Both of them are good. We don't have anything extra in the top, which I like. I could also move the window here, but it's fine. I think we can keep this less crowded, so to say. Now I want to see the tests that we had. Open the mic device picker, chevron check. Does this yeah, if I open this, I do see the shooter one. Arctis one doesn't appear, but if I transcribe anything, I think it should be good. Let's see. So let's try out with the recorder, and I have the shooter one selected. This is a new screenshot, so I'm testing this if this should work fine, and we will see if this recording does well. So here is the comment, and you can see this. Okay, so we have this working fine, and you can see it here as well. Good. So I'm going to delete the ones that I don't need, and this as well. Okay, so oi, what did I just do? This should have been actually here. Yeah, this is fine. So what I wanted to do here was the tests now pass, recording works, widget is gone, UAT is done. Okay, let's see. Okay, so while this is compacting conversation, I'm gonna go and grab some water. So be right back. And while we are at it, let's walk. Okay, let's see. I think what we will do is we'll also sort of make the application maybe loop web. maybe public on GitHub, so we can see that. Okay, good. So now we see the progress. So what do we have here? Good. So we do have the milestone complete. Did we miss anything? Key decisions made, none recorded in the state was not okay. So then we just complete the milestone for now. Let's verify the milestone. And I'll also quickly share something. Oh, I do know now. Okay, so we do have this guy which should be like this. That's why it was not working. So then I should just go to the cursor, open selector, screen 1, and then say okay. But the filters, I should probably set it to 250 60. There we go. Let's see if I can go all the way to the right side. So if I open this, okay, this is good. So this works. So the only thing that we need to do now is I just need to create a simple web application, create a JSON, and then send it to the video editor, and they would be able to see the comments, etc. So we are going to create maybe a new project, and then just publish it publicly, so to say. In the meantime, I think we can close the app. So let's close this, and we should also test this as well. Yeah, this looks good. And this one also, I don't think we need to see the app or this app anymore. Let's open this like this. And we can also bring in the browser as well. So let's see this guy and make it a non yeah, like this, so to say. And what do we do more? We make it like this. Close this guy, maybe a bit like this. Okay, so we do have the milestone being finalized. That's nice. Let's actually create a project on GitHub, so we can go there, new repository, loop web light. Yes, let's archive this and push this as well. Okay, so now we're going to create, I would say, not a whole milestone, but maybe a GSD quick, so we can create a really light web application that we can just push here. It could be, I don't know, it could be something that's built with really simple HTML and CSS. I don't think it has to be really complex. It could be something just with Vite and TypeScript, because I don't think there are a lot of information, or there is a lot of dynamic stuff in here. So if someone could just see those and yeah, just see those and then take an action based on those. I think that's good enough. So how do we go about this? Let's see. This is 0. This is pulse checker. I'm not looking at that at the moment, but okay, let's exit this, and then let's actually open. I don't know if we should open another one or not. Okay, let's do. We do projects. Sorry, projects / field reviewer, and then we do so we open it and let's see if I can see. So here is our whole project. I wonder if I should create a web application in here or not. So let's discuss. So here I want to do something new. So let's see, clear. I think we could create a simple small milestone. So we can just create a simple web app. Please test it with system default microphone option. But then I have to select with system default, or I have to set my system default in that case. So if I say recording, here is my configuration. So Shure is on the profile. I don't know. I think it's I'll note that, but I'll think we'll fix that later. Not at the moment. Well, let's see. Take a note in, I would say, in the backlog to UAT the system microphone. And let's start with a smaller GSD new milestone. I don't know if I should have a milestone, but rather maybe GSD quick. Add phase, but we have the milestone completed, so it doesn't make sense. New milestone, I would say, to just create a simple light web app application. We can deploy to GitHub pages for now. That can read or exported JSON, render the comments with timestamps, etc when possible. Juliet says, what language is that? Sorry, I just joined now. Do you mean what language am I speaking, or what language I'm writing, or what programming language I'm coding in? And also be able to zoom or open the images to zoom in, etc. Right? So let's start with this, and we'll see where this goes. Now, what programming language are you using right now? I'm using a mixture of, or not a mixture of, but I'm using right now JavaScript, TypeScript and Rust. So I'm using something called Tori for creating a native desktop application that is cross-platform. So it works in Linux, Microsoft, Windows, and Mac OS. So the backend is Rust and the front end is TypeScript. So here is our TypeScript components. As you can see right here, home, overlay, widget, and then the Tori here is where we have our Rust code. Source, commands, Gemini, export. So all of this is here. So hope that answers the question. This one is not the one, this one is the one. Okay, so what we have shipped so far is the desktop overlay, feedback capture, annotation, JSON export was dictation, the polish was annotation was fixed, window log capture. So this is really important for everyone who says, you know, is vibe coding killing software developers, or you know, is there a future for developers? The first part, v1.0, that was shipped, there was a lot of question answers that I had with Cloud Code to actually deliver something that's the v1, the basic one. So there was still a lot of discussion, but even then it was not good, or not good enough, so to say. I can actually show you how it looked before and how it looks now. So just when we had the v1 delivered, the MVP, then I looked into, okay, we need to make this better, we need to make this look better. And then we had this polish, like the annotation fixes, locking into a window instead of taking a screenshot for all the monitors at once, and things like that. And also rebranding a bit as well. The initial colors were not as good. But here we need a simple web app that deploys to GitHub pages, static, reads the exported JSON from loop, renders the comments with timestamps, displays images with zoom capacity. So walk me through, how do you use it? You export JSON from loop, then what? Do you open this web app and drag and drop JSON file, or do you share a link with JSON somehow? Basically, who's the audience? Just you reviewing your own exports, or do you send this to a client? So that's a good question. Juliet says yes, thank you. Okay, you're welcome. So right now I'm the one reviewing the edited version of the video sent from my video editor, right? So sent from my video editor. I would now export here the JSON, when I export the JSON, share the web app link with my editor so he can see the comments and the images and timestamps etc. But we can argue if this could be done in a different way. Also, this repository is private, so I have to export or find a way to publish this on GitHub pages. I could also actually deploy this on Netlify. There I can still use the private repositories and publish it. I think that could be one of the things that could be done, but I'm not sure, to be honest. We could, I don't know. We could also just publish to Netlify. I'm thinking if it's worth open sourcing any part of this at all. Also, so let's see what gets discussed from here. And since you've just joined, I think you missed the application that we are working with at the moment. It's an app that allows me to take feedback on anything that's on my screen. So I can take a screenshot, I can ping, or I can pick the window it needs to capture the screenshot of, and then I can add my comments via voice or text. Okay, that's a useful distinction. This is that machine is making too much noise. Well, sorry about that. What can I do? Let me see if I can turn it down a bit. How about now? Is it good? Better? That machine making too much noise. um okay, the sharing flow is the key design question. Two-step share. Send the editor the web app URL, JSON file separately. You open the app, drop the JSON, see the export. Okay. Self-contained HTML. Loop exports a single HTML file with everything baked in. This is also a nice option actually. If I just send the whole HTML instead of working with an app. Interesting. Hosted viewer, file upload, deploy static viewer to Netlify. You send the editor the link, the JSON file, they upload it to view. Option 2 is interesting because it removes the need for hosting entirely. I think this is an interesting option. As I said, your editor gets one file, double clicks, done, but it means changing the export in the Tori app. I'm thinking now. I think the thing is the JSON export is still important because I could use it in so many ways, but if it's just HTML, then we have a problem. I'm going to type that exactly the same thing. Ability. Then one programs. Size of the JSON may not be an issue, I think. I don't know, with the HTML file, I think, or so here I can say, and the HTML file could be huge as well. Average Shiva, welcome to the club. Thank you for the follow. I think one is the best. What do you think? Agreed, option 1 is the cleanest. JSON export stays as the universal format. The viewer is just one consumer of it, keeps the concern separate. Exactly my point. For hosting, Netlify is the simplest path. Since your repo is private, free tier, drag drop, deploy, CLI, no config needed for the static side. True that. Let me confirm the scope for this milestone. Static web app, HTML, CSS, JS deployed to Netlify. User drops, uploads a loop JSON file, renders the feedback report. Good. Report shows comments, timestamp, severity tags, screenshots, image zoom. No backend, no auth, purely client side. A couple of more things. Should this be a separate repo or a viewer directly within this root repo? And for the tech, are you thinking vanilla HTML, JS to keep it ultra light, or small framework like React you're already using? I don't know. It could be React, but I don't know. It could be just JS. It could be React. What do we think? I think it could be in the repo itself. could be in the repo itself. Could call it viewer light, could be just HTML and TS. Don't want JavaScript. Camera died. And let's see. Programmer 4x46. Love you, sir. Thank you for the nice words. Was this being shown? Okay. Just confirming. Programmer says, following you for the past 4 years since 2022. Thank you for the support. Thank you for following for the last 4 years. That's a long time. I appreciate it. Okay, so this is a simple static viewer. We can skip the domain search to go to requirements directly. So I hope that this is going to be a really quick fix, so I can share this with the code editors soon. And that means that our Next.js in 90 minutes or in not 90 minutes video is coming out pretty soon, hopefully. Okay, so which drag and drop JSON file into the viewer, file picker button as an alternative, project header, name, title, date, feedback list, okay, screenshots, good. I think all of deployment, static side in viewer light directly. Yeah, I would say all of above, including the deployment, so we can just make it to Netlify. I don't think there are more features, to be honest. If this works, I'm gonna be like, nice. Let's see. How long do we think this is gonna take? Maybe 10 minutes, 5 minutes from development to deployment. Last milestone ended at phase 7. Okay, we'll see. Subhan Anjum says assalamu alaikum wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. So let's see. Bilal says, if you delete or edit any comment, do you have to generate the JSON again, or will it directly show on web? Right now, every time I I do any change, add a new thing, remove something, it would have to go in a way that I would have to export the whole JSON and then show it in the web. So that's the whole flow. Okay, so we do have the proposed roadmap. So we have the viewer code, the deployment. The web is directly a static site. Okay, let's quickly go ahead. So to answer your question, Bilal, I have to export the JSON again and then send it. This is a very light web app that we are creating. It's supposed to just allow them to open a JSON, and that's it. There's no backend database, other things as well. So I don't think there's too much there. Discuss phase. We could discuss the phase, and I think we could. I don't know. Should we discuss any phase? I think this is a quick one, so I would just go ahead and plan the phase and go with auto, so we can build it. I think. Taha is asking, what are you building today, buddy? I am building a really small wrapper for an application that I was working on. I've built an application which allows me to take any screenshot on any application, and I can show it to. So this is an app that I've built, and it allows me to open this overlay, so to say. And if I can go to here, for example, so I can take a screenshot from any application and give feedback on it, for example. So here I could go ahead and say, okay, take the screenshot of this website or whatever, and then, for example, this one, take a screenshot of this website, and I'm giving feedback like this thing does not work. For example, this part is broken. This should not be like this. So what I can do is I can open this. I can log to this window. For example, here, if I go a bit down, there should be a window. So this is the window. So I'm locking on to this one now. And now what this will do is, if I hit add, this will take a screenshot of this, as you can see right now. And then I can add feedback right here. So for example, this was not good. And then I can go here. I can annotate as well. So I can open this, and I can pick the tool rectangle, and I can highlight exactly the part which I think is not good, right? So now that I do this, I do done, and this is now saved. I can also save this as well, and now you can see I have the comment right here. So this app allows me to take feedback on any window on my machine, so to say. So it could be a web app, a browser, a video, anything as such. And now what I'm doing is I'm essentially going and exporting this as a JSON. So when I export this, then I want to also be able to import it somewhere and see these this feedback or the comments that I have, right? So that is the goal. So I'm going to actually download this and save this in here. And now what we are building quickly before I go to bed is a really light web application that can read this JSON. So anyone can look at the feedback and say, okay, this is what is supposed to be fixed, etc. So that's the idea in a nutshell. That's what I'm building right now. And I'm going to build the app and then load the JSON and then go from there. Abji says, I want to create an image-based encryption application. Okay. Good. Do it. If someone stops you, let me know. Talha says B. Okay. I'm gonna drink some water while this happens. Salah says basically a more user-oriented snapshot. It's a good idea. Yeah, exactly. It's like now I'm not limited to a web app or anything. I can give feedback on anything that's on my screen. My main use case was I have a video editor. The video editor sends me an edited video, and now I have to give feedback on it. If everything is good, if it's not good, if then I can essentially just lock on that window, take take a screenshot, give the feedback that this is good, this is not good, whatever that is, and then can send a JSON to him, and then he can see it. The problem with the previous platform was that I edited like a 2.5, no, 3.5 or sorry, I reviewed 2.5 hours of a video out of 3.5 hours. So it was just 1 hour remaining. And then the platform where we were reviewing it, it was a platform where you had a video player and you could, pause the video and give feedback on that snapshot or timestamp. So it was really good platform, but then I don't know what happened and all my comments were gone. So my 2.5 hours review is just gone. And that's like, and I'm like, this is stupid. It should not be the case in that case. But yeah, and another problem with these web platforms is that they have their own video player. You can't really do much. For example, what if I wanted to play the video on a 2.5x speed? With this tool, I can do whatever I want in my machine and still take the screenshot. So it gives me a lot of advantage, so to say. Ali Zulfikar says the main thing is the feedback, right? Because the screenshot thing and annotation thing is already there. You do have a lot of tools that have the screenshot, so to say, but it's not only the feedback, it's also how you give the feedback. For example, I could log on to this window and instead of just taking a screenshot, I could start with a voice recording. So here I could say, for example, now it's taking a screenshot and now I was not logged into a video or a window, so it's going through everything. And sorry, my code is being changed, so my app would restart because of the dev workflow. But here I could manage all my projects, all my feedbacks into one single place, and I can also go ahead and add more feedback anytime. So here, for example, this was saying this was not good. I could go ahead and say, let's see if I can make this work, and let me quickly make sure that the right one is selected. Nope, this is not working. What about this guy? Maybe I'm in a broken state because of all the reloads. Let's see. So this is the app. You essentially go and you pick a project. Then you go here. You start a recording. It takes a screenshot and now it's recording right here. So I could say, hey, test 1, 2, 3, this is a feedback on this video or something. And then I could say stop. And now this is transcribing here. And now here you can see exactly my feedback. It's a screenshot and now it's recording right here. So I could say, hey, test 1, 2, 3, there's a feedback on the video or something, and then blah, blah, blah. So here you can see all of those things. And not only that, I could also go ahead and take the screenshot or annotate it accordingly, blah, blah, blah. So it's not just the feedback, but it's also like how the feedback is being given, or the ease of use is my goal, if that makes sense. So yes. Okay, I think we're at a good point. I have gone over time, so I'm gonna go now. Quickly pray Isha and then go to sleep. And this thing, maybe I can show that in the Discord community. If you have not joined the Discord community, what you have to do is you go to codewithahsan.dev you click this drop down, you say here there's a Discord link that you can click, or you can click Community Hub to see all the channels that we have on Discord. You join the Discord community and then you be in touch with me and the community. We have over 4,300. Now we have over 4,500 developers in the community. So join the community so you get the chance to work on cool projects like these, because I'm going to be creating those quite a lot. And I do hope my community is going to create a lot as well. And you can find the projects already here in the projects section. So here you can see, for example, all the projects that are available. This is an idea that I started, or an idea that I've thought about, but I don't have, I haven't worked on this yet. This is the actual community platform. This is a Cloud Code plugin. Whenever your context is low, it makes the sound "fa," as you have seen on the meme. And then we have other projects as well from the community. I think your feedback count is not showing currently on the project window. Interesting. Is it not? Let's see if I can open it. Here it says 7 feedback, 2 feedback, and 7 feedback, right? So if I open this guy, sorry, 1 second. So this one has 7 feedback, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This one has 2 feedback, so 1, 2. And this one has 7 feedback, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think it's doing a pretty good job at counting the feedbacks, right? I think it's good. I don't know if I add more, maybe then it's not doing a good job of that, but what happens if I add one more? Now I have one more, so this should be 8 now. If I go back here, I can still see 7 feedback here, which is wrong. So this should not be 7. If I refresh now, I still see 7. So maybe that's what you're talking about. Oh, no, I added it. Oh, no, here's the right one. Sorry. It's actually picking it in terms of which one was opened the most recent. So here it's 8 feedback. What happens if I add one more? Now it says 9 feedback. So it's actually updating in real time. Or it's because of being reloaded. But I see your point. My MTY Talha says, I need some career mentorship. I'll be linking into your Discord quite often now. Yeah, sure. You can also see this mentorship platform. So when you go to the site, go to community, go to mentorship, here you can find actual mentors, seniors who you can get guidance from. If you go to this community tab, you can see all of these people. So we have like 26 community mentors, as you can see right here. A lot of them are a lot senior. So you can basically open their profile. For example, we have Haroon here. If you open here, Haroon is a full stack Gen AI engineer. You can go and request a mentorship from this button. I'm a mentor, so it says you are a mentor, but you will see here something like, I don't know, request mentorship. When you do that, the person, this guy, would be notified on their Discord. So they will receive a personal message saying that someone has requested their mentorship. They can approve it or deny it. If they approve it, you get a notification. You get your own Discord channel for your one-to-one mentorship. If you don't get accepted and they decline it, and they can also give a reason why that is, then you also get a DM or a direct message from the Discord bot that I've implemented, telling you that it was declined and the reason behind it. So I hope that makes sense. And also share that in the chat. So it's a platform that's growing really fast now. So yeah, make sure to join. Anyways, I'm gonna actually go now. So thank you for joining. Salah says that makes things a lot easier. Thanks, buddy. No problem at all. Here to help. With that said, thank you everyone for joining, and I'm gonna see you later. All the best with your projects, and keep an eye on what I'm working on. You're gonna find a lot of good and interesting things coming up. And if you're someone who's looking into learning Next.js, my 3.5 hour video is actually gonna come out pretty soon, hopefully in the coming week. So I'm gonna see you then. Bilal says thank you so much. No problem at all. I'm gonna stop this guy so it stops bothering me. Okay. All right. Where is it? So yeah, everyone. Thank you for joining. As always, happy coding. I'm gonna see you next time, and I really appreciate everyone of you joining and chatting and liking the video and sharing it, reposting it, talking about it with others as well. The more we do this together, the more the community grows, the more there's an opportunity for me to provide more in terms of hackathons, workshops, AI workshops, courses, videos, roadmaps, whatnot. So the coming months are going to be really helpful, inshallah, for everyone. So thank you for joining, and I'm going to see you next time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi.